Hey, it's your boy, Grey Crow, and today we're going to be playing some Sodden Sanctuary. This game came out quite some time ago. I think it was like, what, maybe 2014-ish? Shit, when did this game come out? Let me Google this really quick. While I'm Googling this, the reason I want to play this game is because I actually brought it up to a friend of mine because they had mentioned that Hollow Knight was like a really good, was like their favorite game basically. And I was like, oh, you should try this game. It's kind of in that same vein. It's like 2016 is when it came out. Wow, a whole decade ago. It's in that same vein of Metroidvania meets Souls and stuff. And I did stream this game forever ago. And I was like, you know what? Let's get back into it. I feel like I remember having save files, but I guess not. So, whatever, new game it is. I do kind of remember some of this. Oh, what's gonna be our name? We'll just go with Gray. Let's see. That's fine. Ooh, what haircut do we do? I remember a bit of this game, not everything though. Origin, I remember this, the Origin, Gulchmeyer, which were like lizard folk, Cadania. Tristan is like kinda, I think Tristan is like the Queen of Smiles' land, I don't remember. Kari, Kolkas, Kostrak. Kolkas, I think, was like... Oh, what was Kolkas? I don't entirely remember. Gingerin, you don't actually... I don't think we really know anything about Gingerin people. And the lore, Citadels, whatever. Don't care for Citadel. I think Kostrak was like the only semi-non-problematic one. Kari, I don't remember being problematic. I think Adani is problematic. Tristan is definitely problematic. Door Isle. I think the Door Isle is where there's a specific clan from there. Something like Mountain something. I don't remember. Man, I remember a lot, but I don't remember everything. I'm gonna go Coast Rock. Whiskers. No, we don't want no whiskers. Class. This is where we get into it. So... you can eventually spec into like literally whatever you want. Chef is basically like a clean start. Popper's also a clean start. Oh man, this game had so much. I remember Thief was a decent start, not the best start, but it's okay. Cleric is the one I'm gonna use for a specific reason. What was it that I liked? Was it the Grasping Ring? There's a few of these that are useless, like Red Shards is fucking useless. The Stone Cell Sword is decent. Amber Idol is okay. I think it was the Grasping Ring that lets you level up a little bit more. Oh, I don't entirely remember what the Crystal Sphere does. I'm gonna go with the Grasping Ring. Game mode. Reimagine gameplay and mechanics. Wait, what? I mean, I do know that this game did have like a slight update not too long ago. I mean, this did come out like 2016, like I said, and there was a random update. Enhanced combat. I don't remember that. Scaling monster randomizer? Monster randomizer? This is new. This is definitely new. Hardcore mode. Is it like permadeath? I'm gonna leave all of these off. I've never played with enhanced combat. That was not an option for me when I played this last. I don't know what enhanced combat is. But my reasoning behind picking Cleric is because they do have a specific healing spell And I'm gonna use that healing spell along with the dagger, because I think this is how I'd usually kill the first creature. This world has known war for centuries, but peace is finally preciously near. We deliver the princess to the kingdom across the sea, where a marriage alliance would save us all. Failing this mission would surely plunge us into darker days. And here we are. That's how we would switch weapons. Oh, I don't remember the frame rate being like this. Huh, okay, well. Anyways, unequip that. Don't care for this. It's this, mend. Mend's very good. How do I switch that? No, that's not. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it's the D-pad. Okay. Oops, I may have already fucked myself a little bit. No, wait. One-handed. There we go. One-handing gets a little better in my opinion. Ah, you there, stranger. We've been boarded in the night. Ugh. They'll want to kidnap our lady. Ransom her. Protect her. And he's dead. Damn. That's alright. How do I... Okay. Yeah. What was dodge roll again? Oh man. That's heavy attack. Oh, okay. That's dodge roll. Gonna need to know that. There we go. Okay. Good. There is also a bestiary, methinks. Bestiary, yeah. We can actually go through this and, oh. I think those, like, yeah, these guys show up. The Marauder, a bandit of the high seas. They killed your captain, but you alone washed up on the shore. Well, I don't think you're supposed to read this just yet. Okay, we have mend in hand. Let's see what we can do. The Unspeakable Deep. I remember this boss being highly telegraphed. You just have to be patient. This might take us a little bit, but we can do it. Don't run out of stamina. That's kind of the main issue, don't run out of stamina. We can do it though. Might take us a little bit, but we got it. But yeah, I did really enjoy this game. I'm not sure what enhanced combat entails. Oops, missed. God, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. I think if we... This should potentially power it up. Not by a lot. Uh-oh. I need him to kind of not be at the wall. There we go. Because if you kill him, you get some bonus stuff. It's just, killing him might be a bit difficult. Well, not difficult, it just takes a while. So, I apologize if this takes a minute. I might edit a bit of this fight. Okay, we're almost there. Don't lose stamina now, or don't run out of stamina, I should say. There we go. Unfortunately, the gold that he drops you can't really collect, because, I don't know. Failing this mission would surely plunge us into darker days. I awoke to the sounds of waves washing on rock, and I knew I was alive. I must find the princess. And here we are. Yay, I got the shimmering pearl, the drowned tome, and a black pearl. The pearls allow you to level up and stuff. Shivering shore. Well, hello there. You're just a fleshy bit of flotsam washed ashore with the rest of us, You want shelter. You want sanctuary. But what is a sanctuary without faith? There's an empty sanctuary up on the beach. You can claim it for your creed. Tell me, do you keep the new gods? Nah, fuck the new gods. You don't keep the new gods? Rare. So are you a pilgrim of Devara? Your sort have been dying out for centuries, I'm afraid. I don't remember if that's the one that I want or not. At least to start. I'm gonna go with no for now. No? Do you hold no gods at all? You're either brave, foolish, or from the north. You don't look particularly brave, but you don't seem particularly foolish either. Are you a mountainsmith? I think it's the mountainsmith that's from... Yeah, I think so. Men from the mountains of the northern continent of Markdor are iron ones. They believe in no gods, believing instead in the iron will of man. They love steel, but hate magic. Are you a member of the Iron Ones then? Sure. You're a member of the Iron Ones, eh? No gods will help you here. Accept this metal icon then. Well... Oh, I got an achievement for that? Huh. I swear I've played this game before. Odd. Maybe they didn't have achievements at the time. Well, that whole comment about no gods helping me here, yeah, there wouldn't help me regardless. You survived a shipwreck, didn't you? The island is full of shipwrecked sailors like you. I stand here on the beach, I see men drown, I see men survive, but I never see rescue. Perhaps this island is cursed. But weren't you already thinking that? But have I seen a princess? Perhaps, perhaps. Why is a princess so important? Living or dead, we're all the same flesh. Maybe I'm your princess, adorned in the skin of a decrepit old man. Well, go find your princess. You know what they say, a quest goes a long way to keeping the madness at bay. I think that's what he says. Oh, no, never mind. Sanctuary is simple, but salvation is not. Now it's a repeat. I'm not gonna really spoil a whole lot. Good luck, don't drop. Oh, I think that's a message left behind by other players. What this? L2, shield or offhand? I don't have any shields. Square while blocking to parry. I think you can parry with your fist. I haven't tried it. R2 to roll. Can we parry with our fist? We can, that's hilarious. I didn't know that we could parry with our fist, but we can. Sanctuary key. Little campfire. Ain't that nice? L1 to switch loadouts. Which we don't have another loadout because we don't care for the other weapon. Switch items. Whoops. R1, use equipped item. Which we can't use the metal icon just yet. And this is a spell. Options to view your inventory. Like so. Which, what does this do? The crystal mote ring. Mind and body are inherently linked, but wise practitioners of mindfulness are able to form ethereal motes of spirit, effectively compartmentalizing the effects of mental and physical tasks. Oh, whoops. Has effective focus usage on fatigue. That's really good. Grasping ring. A painted white ring depicting two grasping hands. On the continents, a ring such as this would symbolize an unending desire, increases salt obtained from slain enemies. And we actually have some of this stuff, too, which we can read. Priest Dalmatic, robes of a holy cleric. The carrying pouch has been fitted with a small metal spike meant to dig into its wearer's rib when fully laden, giving literal meaning to the old adage, weight of the wallet, weight of the heart. Priest Sabbats. I do apologize if I mispronounce any of these words. Skirt of a holy cleric. Many faiths view shoes as a luxury. Let's take a look at her midshipman's dirk. A fighting dagger worn by sailors serving aboard naval vessels. While its slash attacks are relatively weak, it is designed primarily for thrusting and can inflict mortal wounds after a successful parry. The flanged mace. A sturdy iron mace with an elegantly flanged? I don't know I think it's flanged. Head designed to concentrate the force of its impact. Lethal and easily handled in spite of, or perhaps thanks to, its simplicity. It is particularly effective against armored or otherwise brittle opponents. Which we should probably invest into 2 different, weapon types. That's probably what we'll do. We'll have 1 slashing weapon, 1 blunt weapon. Metal icon. An icon forged of precious metals. It represents the achievements of men. Place the metal icon in a vacant sanctuary to claim it for the Iron Ones who bow to no gods or idols. And then mend. It's a class 1 prayer. Focus cost 12.5. Excuse me. Restore some HP and reduce some wounding. Wounding is an important part of this game. The more you take damage, the less max HP you have. And that's what wounding is. I did always find that mechanic very interesting. I kind of like that. I like that a lot. But mend reduces that, which is why I usually start with the cleric class, just because it has mend off rip, and I don't have to further invest into the like magic or wisdom side of things, which is there on the left hand side. You can see in my stats. I don't really have to invest too much into it. I can just kind of reduce my wounding off rip, and that's really good. That's why I start with this. Broken bones, hewn flesh, and torn arteries are things that no poultice or herb mixture can remedy, but divine mending can make what is broken whole again. I'm going to do my best to go through and read everything as well. I think it just kind of adds a little bit of flavor. So let's take a look at our bestiary. We should be able to see, there you are, the Unspeakable Deep. A kraken in its most common form. Creatures like these once held a name, but sailors so feared possibly conjuring one by speaking its name that they referred to them as simply the deep. Referring to them simply as the deep became widespread. Whatever their true name is, it has since been lost to the deep dark sea. And then the Rotten Walker, which we just fought to against that, or near that campfire. Some form of drowned human, rotted by time and weather. Many drowned things walk this island. The Marauder we already saw. I think that's it for now. In total, there's 98 different things for us to experience and kill. Yeah, I have nothing else. Okay. Did I read this? Yeah, it was just to open up our inventory. And here we are. We claim our sanctuary. The background does change depending on what creed you hold. I think that's really cool. Fuck you, barrel. And this is where essentially we pray. I got 3 hardy rolls, which is our healing item. I can then level up. I can use my salt to level up, and because we killed the kraken, we get a lot of salt, which you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. So we're gonna level up to 13. And that should carry us through a good bit of the game. I think at least up until the Queen of Smiles, and then afterwards it might slowly start to drop off from there. So this normally you're not meant to lose to the Unspeakable Deep, but most people on their first playthrough do. And that's okay. You don't really need these levels. I just like having them because of the extra items that you get from your inventory. Oh, so the hardy roll, let's actually read that. A hardy roll. Your healing item changes depending on what creed you hold. So for the new gods, it's like a red flask. For The Devara ones, I don't remember. I think it's kind of similar to like a healing cloth or something. I don't entirely remember, but it changes based on that. And you can see what it's attached to, because in the bottom left-hand corner of this little icon, you see the metal icon. A baked roll, it remains warm long after it should have cooled. Eat it to restore some HP. We can go through our... Oh, I didn't read this. The Cleric's Kite Shield. A small kite shield made entirely of hard wood and painted with the seal of the Church of Devara. Carried by missionaries and clergymen traversing sparsely patrolled or otherwise lawless regions, these blessed shields provide their owners with respectable protection from the metaphysical as well as the mundane. The Sanctuary Key. A simple key, it's attached to a leather fob with "Find Sanctuary" inscribed in the common tongue of Ascaria. Black pearls, here we are. A weightless black stone of immeasurable value. Some believe these act as a conduit between two worlds. Use black pearls at an altar to gain new abilities. The Drown Tome. This is important because this helps us. This is like late game upgrade material. At least I think it still is. Mid to late game, I'd say. So this is really good. That's kind of my main reason for killing the Unspeakable Deep. A thick tome of histories, its memories have been suffocated for centuries by the depths of the sea. Its memories can be used by a blacksmith to upgrade Kraken weapons. And the Shimmering Pearl, a perfectly spherical, unnaturally effervescent pearl. Shimmering Pearl is the most coveted of alchemical ingredients, can be used as a transmutation material. No brands. Brands they're gonna come in later. So, we take a look at the Tree of Skill. This thing. There's a lot going on here. We already have 2 skills because we're level 3 at the start, and 2 skills are already kind of in there. This is a vast skill tree. So over here on the left is like this is the magic side, bottom left. Bottom right is more the wisdom side, so like your healing magic and stuff like that. I don't remember the background of this looking like this. Maybe I'm tripping. But I remember it being a more plain background. The tree was there for sure, but... Huh. Anyways, going straight up down the center... Well, this is sort of down center, not really, kind of. What is this? I think is this swords and stuff? Yeah, swords and pikes. Over here, what do we have? Mid-right. What are you? Maces. So this is more like strength endurance type deal. Yeah. Hammers and axes. And I think over here off to the left is more like dexterity. Yeah, you got your whips, light armor, crossbows, bow and arrow. Where's your daggers at? I think daggers are also over here on this left-hand side. Yeah, there they are. Assassin, sword fighter. I don't entirely remember. Here we are. Okay, so it is this that I want to do. I want to do reapers and spears. And I kind of want to go into heavy armor. Anyways, each one, if you see in the green text, has like its own flavor text, which is really cool. So why don't we take a look at this? Class 1 Cleric gains 1 point in Wisdom, which is why we have 6 instead of 5. Wisdom improves the effectiveness of prayers as well as wisdom scaled weapons. In most circles, Devara was esteemed as the mother of all gods, commanding the greatest shrines and most devoted clerics. Pantheonus 2-1? I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, these are actually really good too. Just endurance in general. Maximum equipment load. It's really good. Probably won't get that one. Strength I might get because there's also this poultice pouch right here. That allows us to carry more healing items. Let's see. I kind of want to do Sword Fighter 1, but we are right here, which is Light Armor 1, and also gains us 1 point of Endurance. Endurance determines your maximum equipment load. The more endurance you have, you can wear and carry heavier things and have it not slow you down. So endurance is still really, really good. The words that follow the detail of the 192nd reign, wouldn't that be 192nd, not 192nd Whatever. Ranging of the Coats and Talons Red Brow Division of Livin as carried out by me, Carmen Cran, Division Captain. I do hereby swear that all of the things I have claimed and chronicled below are true to the best of my recollection. The Folly Null's Horror. I'm assuming that's like page 1 or something. Let us... Which route shall we take? Despite not wanting Hunter 1, that does lead into Sword Fighter 1. And then I can take this poultice pouch, so why don't we take that? We have a few extra black pearls to spare. Here we are. So we've now also gained another willpower, and willpower determines your maximum stamina. While again, I don't really want the hunter class, at least we get some willpower, which we now see instead of 5 is now to 6. Once upon a time, a very small and skinny silver cat sought shelter from the harsh elements under a simple wooden box. The box only kept out some of the rain and wind, but it was better than nothing. The Cat King, page 2. Now let's get Sword Fighter. Sword Fighter also gives us strength. Wields class 1 swords and 2-handed class 1 great swords, and we gain 1 point of strength. Strength improves attacks of strength scaled weapons. Having reached accord, the 16 Knights of No Banner, were ready to embark on their quest. But first, a symbolic gesture would occur. Annals of Grimson, page 17. And this poultice pouch, let me actually show. So, we just rested, and we only have 3 hardy rolls. Which, it gives us a little bit of a heal. Think of it as like your Estus flask, right? And then whenever we rest, we get another max amount. I should probably also say, whenever you leveled up, especially if you level up a lot like how we did, our max HP went up, but we didn't technically heal. So if you were paying attention actually when we first leveled up to, by 10 levels, you would have noticed that I somehow took damage. I didn't take damage, it's just my max HP increased without me actually healing. Excuse me. But let's go, whoops, wrong thing, here. And we'll take a look at this. Poultice pouch. Gain an additional healing potion. Though arrows and blades had pierced his flesh, a quick quaff of the flask given him by the old crone gave him strength anew. Defernemen, I don't know how to pronounce that. 62-3. It increases our poultice pouch, and now we unlock everything else around it too. So we can't just skip around. You do have to connect the tree, which is important. I may go into hammers and axes. I know I want to do pikes. That's why I wanted to unlock the Sword Fighter 1. But let me actually show this off. I now have 4 hardy rolls. Whoops. Tree of skill. Let's see here. Class 1 pikeman, because I do like a very specific reaper that we can get kind of early-ish on. 2-handed class 1 poleaxes, reapers, and spears, and gain 1 point of dexterity. Dexterity improves the attack of dexterity scaled weapons. Aldrich adorned his magnificent black metal plate, fastening his heavy leather belt over his blue quilted surcoat. Surcoat. He slipped his large hands into articulated metal gauntlets, placed a metal helm upon his head, and hoisted his great halberd on his shoulder. The Crimson Quell, Para 1. We'll take that. And then dexterity or perhaps strength. Maybe both. Would also be nice to have a little bit more willpower. But I also need heavy armor, because we will be going into heavy armor, methinks. There's a specific set of armor that I like that we can get kind of the 4th area that I enjoy. No, either way, we're going to do this to get some hammers and axes going. Class 1 Berserk. Wield Class 1 hammers and axes, gain 1 point of strength, and strength, as mentioned, improves the attack of strength-skilled weapons. Mina swung her mace back-handed toward the iron helm of the last Knight Raider standing, but he shifted to bring up his abomination-crested shield, deflecting her blow in a furious shower of sparks, using the staggering momentum to thrust his own blade through her chest. The Penance Pilgrimage, S28. I don't know what the S stands for, I apologize. And then, oh gosh, it's kind of hard to navigate this thing sometimes. And here we are. Wear class 1 heavy armor and gain 1 point of endurance. As mentioned, max equipment load. I'll need good metal to make a piece like that, he said. Dorian steel, nothing less. The Smith's Apprentice, page 13. Then, I think I will do another strength and go and get these two, no, just this endurance, and go into this other poultice pouch over here. I'm never going to use shield, so no point in getting that. 1 point in strength. More nails again today, he asked. Not today, son. A new order came in. Swords. War is coming. Let's get to work. The Smith's Apprentice, page 11. Now, if you notice also, since I unlocked this, there is now 2 other blips. You can keep speccing into the same one. I don't entirely recommend that. I recommend, especially just kind of early on, just kind of going into a bunch of different stuff, because you want to get like the poultice pouches and like, you know, there's a lot. It's always still only 1 point. But yeah, so now that we have that, let's go here. Another point of endurance. A haggard and worn-looking man saw the silver cat, and the cat looked quite cold. He brought the cat back to his shack so they could keep each other warm. Perhaps good fortune would befall the man. The Cat King, page 3. Said to be a mighty witch, or sometimes called a kraken, necromancer, demoness, or that which man can't fathom. The Tale of Vel Karam, stanza 3. Stanza, that's what the S has to stand for. Another poultice pouch. They carried with them provisions for 30 days travel, 18 poultices of mending, and other linens and salves as recommended by Zinnia the Healer. Annals of Crimson, page 18. I have 1 more Black Pearl that I think I'm going to hold on to for now. We now have 8 strength, 8 endurance, 6 dexterity, 7 willpower, 5 magic, which we're probably never going to see again, and 6 wisdom, which we'll probably never see again. Maybe I should do a little bit into dexterity. Yeah, why not? Because we are currently using a dagger, and we will be using this dagger for a little bit. And same thing as strength. It improves attack and dexterity scaled weapons. This attack of dexterity scaled weapons. Gilfoy, the Wall of Steel, may have once cleaved through 100 men, but Malthus' finesse with the dagger was unparalleled, and it surely found its home between sections of Gilfoy's heavy plate in the pit of his arm. Mathis, 16:2. Malthus, not Mathis. There we are. We are filled out just a tiny bit. We have a lot left. And I love this skill tree. This skill tree is so good. It's just so dope. And I'll try to read everything. Everything that we get. I'm not going to read absolutely everything, but everything that we get on unlock, I will be reading. Just because I think it's fun. All right, make offering. I don't entirely remember what that does, but I know it does something. This we can actually unequip, because we won't need it for a little bit. Great sword hunt god. Is you there? Praise the star. Dark soul pain ahead. Yeah. Huh. Do these not drop any more gold? I feel like they used to. Red shards and a pouch of salt. So, pouch of salt, think of them like kind of mini souls. You can crush them and obtain a little bit of salt. Traveler's pouch, it contains salt. The worth of mankind is the salt on his brow, for it is the essence of his life. Malthus 4:17. And then the red shards. Excuse me. A vial of incandescent red, the mending medicine whose formula is closely guarded secret to the 3, sold in black markets and black alleys by scrupulous merchants of the 3. Quaff it to restore some HP. These hardly heal anything. If you take the order of the 3, you get just like a bigger version of this, which would essentially take the place of your Estus flask. Yeah. Oh, you can see my stats in more detail there. Health 125 of 125, focus 57.8 of 58. Oh, why do I not have max focus? Interesting. Stamina, I have 115.9 of 116. Attack 9.6, drop rate 46, and my equipment load is 9.1 of 49, or 18.6%. And there's my other defensive stats: strike defense, slash defense, fire defense, light defense, poison, holy, arcane, balance, and then again equipment load. And those are percentages as well. Balance, I believe, is... Oh, what's the Dark Souls equivalent? It's essentially what prevents you from getting stun locked. That's what balance is. Light armor... Whoa! I just saw his head pop up. Light armor doesn't provide any balance, which is why I'm going to go into heavy armor, just to kind of help prevent some stagger. But light armor is still very good if you want to move around a lot faster and be able to do things, and your goal is to not get hit. Praise the salt. Ow. Another patch of salt. Here, we can actually use these to not use up our rolls. Yeah, they heal up a decent bit, but it's very slow. You can see, I believe these above us here, because we are technically online, I think these are actually players that are here currently playing the game. It looks like two of them are new because they have starting gear. One of them, however, has the boss's... The one in the middle. I'm pretty sure that's the sword of the boss in this area. Yeah, that's not a new... I think that's maybe like New Game Plus. Or maybe they're just here in the area. If you're offline, I don't think those bodies appear. Maybe they change if we leave and come back? Let's see. Nope, still the same people. But I'm pretty sure they're not there if you're here. It just kind of shows you that there's people here. Pretty sure some of these wake up. Maybe. Maybe not. There's a big dude right above us. You can see him. He's right there. Oh, yeah, there you are. I do kind of remember this. Oh, there's another one. You. Need to kill you as soon as possible. Ow. And you. Get rid of these guys. Oh, another one came up? Man. The level design of this game is also just really, really good. I like that this over here... Oh, yeah, no, some of them do drop gold. This actually leads... Oh, hello. This here actually leads to another part that we will get to eventually. More? Really? Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, right, they have drops. I think that actually tells you in the bestiary what drops they have. But our drop rate's kind of low, so... Another pouch of salt. This, where do you lead? I don't remember where you lead. I think that's actually kind of like mid-game. Early mid-game, I want to say. There's also that pouch right underneath us. You see that? You can see it right behind those leaves. God, the interconnection of this of this entire map, this island, is so dope. Knock it off. What up, nerd? Get stomped out, idiot. Stone cell sword, hell yeah. Those are good, because we can actually... So the stone... Little stone guys there, those are what you use at your sanctuaries to get like merchants and other services and stuff. I think this is a good area to put them down. At least some, not all of them. Because once you put them down, that's kind of it. Unless they've changed that, but I really doubt it. I'm also not really noticing a huge difference between... Oh, there's a stone merchant. Between classic combat and enhanced. Oops. I don't know what's changed exactly. I may have to look into that. Oh, I missed a part. Oh yeah, I forgot. Some of those platforms fall. This here. So we kick this. Oh, look, the bodies have changed. And now, should we ever have to come back here, I think this was more important for like new players who've never played this game. I remember when I first played this, like, yeah, no, this single ladder was a lifesaver, because then I don't have to deal with all this nonsense down here. I can just climb that ladder and I'd end up right here. So that was dope. It's our first shortcut. Jump that. Jump that. Oh, did that platform not fall? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think I do remember that. I think your character's weight has an effect on that. Oh, I already went over here. Silly me. Don't worry though, the platforms do come back. Let's keep going. Throwing daggers. Let me unequip these. Let's see, throwing dagger. A balanced metal blade, useful for wounding enemies from afar. That will come in handy. Oh, the dogs. Bell of Return. That essentially allows us to get back to our sanctuary without... I hate the dogs. They can jump on you and then fucking, they pin you down and do stupid ass amounts of damage. Let's see. The Bell of Return. A magical bell of faith and devotion. It symbolizes the call of gods and spirits, ring it to return to the sanctuary shrine you most recently visited. Oh, wait, I didn't read the other salt pouch. The bundle of salt. I read the pouch of salt, not the bundle. A merchant's bundle full of salt. And the day may come again when gold is like stones, but salt is most precious of all things. Carven, 1902. Oh, bats. Okay, cool. I don't remember instant killing those ever, especially not with the dagger, but sure, we'll take that. Let me come over here. Red shard. Stone cleric. Unfortunately, we can't make that back up, so we do have to kind of come back down. I think the stone... Oops. What does stone cleric help out with? I don't entirely remember. I don't know. Let's go across this way. Stomped out, nerd. Somebody spawns here. Yep. Oh, and right there, there's also these, which aren't sanctuaries per se. I'll get to it. Just give me a sec. I think we're actually nearing the boss area. Grab this really quick. A journey bottle. That is a glass bottle, some parchment, and an inkstone pencil. The bottle seems uncertain about remaining in this universe. This is what you use to essentially leave messages for everybody else. Maybe I'll leave a message around. I don't know. Who knows? Then we come back down here. Now, we have that unlocked. Pouch of salt. I can go this way, I think, but first, I want to show how that kind of interlinks back. So if we don't want to deal with anything again, we can spawn in from our sanctuary, run across. I don't know why only one of those platforms gave out, but sure. Then we climb up into that other thing, but first... Ah, it's locked. Okay. And I already collected this, right? I sure did. Before I go in there, let's see what else there is to explore. The stone blacksmith and more red shards. There's more, because I know that there's a specific item that kind of trivializes this boss fight that I like to collect. Is it up here? It might be up here. Get out of here. Torch and Rotten Walker's ear. The torches do come in handy. We just collected the rogue's gear, which is good. Well, good for now. As mentioned, we'll be going into heavy armor. There you are. Think there's some bats up here? Yeah. Gold is not super important, but kind of. Grenades, there we are. Ooh. Rotten Walker's ear. The Byron fire pot. Is that good? I don't remember. Bandage ring. That's important. This thing here. A bandage ring. A ring of powerful healing. Its wearer may suffer injury, but lasting wounds will be made less severe. Reduces wounding effect. While I haven't taken too many hits, the wound reduction on this thing, I think it's like literally in half unless they've changed it. But yeah, no, this is really good. You kind of, if you're going to get hit a lot, which we might, because again, it's been a while since I played this game, this is important. Now let's take a look at these descriptions. Granado, a heavy iron sphere fitted with the wick and fitted with a wick and filled with flash powder, the manifestation of the thunder of Markdor. So this is actually a item from the Mountainsmiths. The Barian Fire Pot, a clay pot of Barian fire. A recipe for true Barian fire is a closely guarded secret. The stuff in this pot is probably only a close approximation of it. Still really good though. This we come back to later. So these, the grenades kind of trivialize the entirety of the fight. I kind of want to show that off slightly, because there's another mechanic to this game that I find very dope. We already did that. Yeah, so the candelabra, this shows us that there are 4 people here currently fighting this boss, or at least in the area. But what we're gonna do first is actually change our gear, because it kind of helps us. Actually, our slash defense drops tremendously, and so does our lightning defense. Huh. Well, let's take a look at the rogue's gloves first, which kind of increases everything because we don't have any gloves equipped. A pair of thin leather gloves worn for general protection of the hands and fingers, a thief's most precious tools. In addition to improving grip and preventing cuts and abrasions, they can be easily slipped off to allow their wearer a quick escape from the clutches of angry authorities. Then we have the rogue's mask. A linen hood and mask worn by common thieves. Such garments protect their wearer as much from prying eyes as from inclement weather, and are typically dyed with nondescript earthen tones to avoid drawing unwanted attention. Yeah, we might as well. Let's take a look at the rogue's jacket. I might keep this because of the slash defense for now. An outwardly plain leather jacket, custom tailored with hidden pockets and carrying loops throughout its lining. A matching linen scarf graces its collar as a dashing yet functional touch designed to conceal small weapons and pilfered valuables. Coats of this style are commonly worn by thieves as they prowl crowded streets and bazaars in search of an easy mark. We might change this. An unadorned pair of supple leather high boots designed for lightness and agility rather than protection. Their soft soles enable quiet movement to provide superior traction. Why not? We'll keep this though. Slash defense isn't the best, but it's something. Strike defense is pretty good though, 25%. Before we do that though, should we level up? No, we don't need to level up, but I do want to show something. Another mechanic. So this right here, right? Well, it does refill our hardy rolls. That's the only thing we can do here. We can't level up here. This is just a sub-sanctuary. It's like a checkpoint. Oh, and everything respawns as well. You know, Souls rules. Get rid of those. Actually, while we're here chilling, why don't we check out our bestiary? Because we have a few things. The Drowned Berserker, which can drop multiple things, including the Stone Cell Sword and 4 other things that we have yet to discover. An axe wielding assault trooper lost at sea and washed ashore. Soldiers like this one were typically ex-bandit cell swords, bought with coin to fight wars they had no stake in. The Feral Beast. The Dogs. A massive dog-like creature, or sorry, not a dog, dog-like creature unique to the island. These beasts tend to desire only living flesh, and while fierce, they can fortunately be dispatched with relatively few blows. The Skull Bat. A small brown bat, its particular fur pattern make it look as if its head is a skull, somewhat poisonous. They will poison you, yes. You already read that. We did read this. Which drops... Oh, apparently Red Shard counts as a separate drop, 2 separate drops. Maybe it's like an amount? I don't know. This thing. The Rotten Crossbowman. A rotten walker lucky enough to still wield a crossbow. This island is full of drowned men that somehow walk, but some are more decayed than others. So it's just a rotten walker, but less fucked up. Already read that. I think that's everything, right? Yeah. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show a different mechanic here. 2 different mechanics, I guess. Well, no, just one, because we already know what sanctuaries do. We're gonna come back to life at the sanctuary. I'm gonna let this first boss kill me, just to kind of show something really quick. The Sodden Knight. Actually, how much damage do I do? Or maybe I should show off his attack patterns. It's actually, this is a very good fight, just because it shows you everything. All of his fights are all of his attacks are very choreographed. He has different ones there, as you can see, in his jumping attack. Once you get him to a certain point, he has 3 phases technically. Single slash, jumping slash. Come on, when does it start? There it is. Okay, we're now in phase 2, which allows him to do a few different things. Believe after that. No, okay. Oops, ouch. Maybe not. Maybe it's changed. I remember him having 3 different phases, but here we go. Here's phase 2. Now that his eyes are glowing. And he's starting to do multiple swings. Okay, he used to turn around on that. No, not double. He will do this though. He'll drop that and then swing out. Super dope. Come on, do your multiple slash. There you are. Oh, no. Ooh. Huh. I remember him doing hella more slashes before. There it is. Okay. Now I'm starting to do the not. Okay, it's fine. Come over here, big boy. There it is. Yeah, it is technically 3 phases with that. Gotta be real careful. Anyways, I want to show this other part of the game. Now he has, you can kind of see it there, a bit of a white veil around it. Obliterated. The Sodden Knight has stolen 1,918 salt. Return to his location, slay your killer to regain your lost salt. A mysterious cleric revives us for 42 gold. And here we are. We're back here. Now, when something kills you in this game, it actually steals all your salt. And it becomes like an upgraded version of itself. Essentially, they just, I think, have a lot more health and deal a little bit more damage. For bosses, it's a little different. I will show it shortly. It's actually up to... They all, by the way, everything that kills you will have that like veil around them. For bosses, it's actually up to a certain point. You can actually see the little marker on his health bar there that lets me know that I just need to get to that point and I will get my salt back. Now, here's the fun bit. If you, for whatever reason, can't figure out this fight, oh, I missed. Damn. That's alright. And with those grenades, he's kind of... Ouch. Oh, that would catch him. That does. There we go. You can use the fire pots and the grenades to just kind of blow his shit up. Vanquished. I don't recommend doing that off rip. Oh, we get the Sodden Knight's ashes and the fortress key. I don't recommend doing that off rip. I just find it funny doing that. These are a bit worse than I remember. I also don't really need that. I'll keep these just cuz. But yeah, now we have, where is it? The fortress key, a key dropped by the Sodden Knight. And, oh, the different stones. I could probably read the description as well. Why not? A small stone figure in the form of a rugged sellsword. Offer the stone sellsword to an altar to summon a sellsword to the sanctuary. Grants shield block bonus to sanctuary region. Oh, right, that's right. They also offer certain bonuses. The stone merchant. A small stone figure in the form of a wealthy market merchant. Offer the stone merchant an altar to allow merchants to do business in the sanctuary. Grants gold drop bonus to the sanctuary region. And the stone cleric. A small stone figure in the form of a wise cleric. Offer the stone cleric to an altar to summon a cleric to the sanctuary. Grants prayer potency bonus to the sanctuary region. And then the blacksmith. Grants attack bonus to the sanctuary region. Sodden Knight's ashes. Ashes of the Sodden Knight. Actually, we'll read that after we read his bestiary. The stoic protector of the festering banquet. The Sodden Knight bears decades of dried sea air on his tattered shroud. Now we can read this, because I think this actually has more lore on top of that. The Sodden Knight's ashes. Ashes of the Sodden Knight. His charge was to protect the fortress that became known as the Festering Banquet. When and how the fortress became a cursed place of shambling monsters remains a mystery. Can be used as a transmutation material or exchanged with the leader. Yeah, good shit. So we take our key. Torches come in handy more so later than they do right now. We take that key and we actually go down here. Use the fortress key. And we meet this guy. Greetings, traveler. Do you have a quest? I sure do. Rescuing a princess, I haven't seen any princesses, but don't lose hope, friend. Anyway, it's good to have a quest. Would you like to know what my quest is? You know what? Yeah, man. Tell us about it. Excellent. My quest is to invade that castle to the east, defeat its guardians, and slay the dragon. Castles must be invaded, and dragons must be slain, mustn't they? Getting into the castle is a different story. There's a bridge to it, but it's missing bits. There's another way in, but it's not easy. I saw a passage beneath the fortress you just emerged from. Perhaps it leads to a village of sorts. It does indeed lead through a village of sorts. There's a shortcut that connected the beach to the village, but it's been barred. Perhaps you can unlock it? I sure can. I've heard something about a jester. A jester knows the way to get to places no one else can. The jester knows a way to get to places no one else can. It's easy to claim something until you can actually back your claims up. You're just a rumor monger. And he just says the same thing over and over again. It's important to exhaust these guys' dialogues. They're part of little quests, and you get stuff from them. Another black pearl. Woodsman's axe, cotton trousers, and cotton tunic. That is the pauper's stuff, starting gear. Pitchfork. I think I know what this message says. Secret, right, yep. That's been there. You actually just run up this... The thing with this game and secrets is they're not obvious. You just kind of have to know that it's there. So there's a secret right here, which we'll come back to. What does this say? I think this is actually part of the game. Yeah, hold down and X to drop down. Or down and 3 if you're a Tekken player like myself, or down and A if you're on an Xbox controller. This game does feel much better on a controller versus anything else, like keyboard and stuff. This, again, we will come back to. Let's go ahead and do that. We get the arrow and the self bow. Open that up. And we'll actually come back here. First, should we explore that secret? I don't entirely remember what this secret has. Has been a while since I've played this game. Oh, it's just this. A charred doll. We'll read the description shortly. I know there's another sanctuary that we can get to over here. Bandit's Pass. So this one is the Vara's thing, so we can actually just go here. There it is, the Water of Blessing. It changes our thing. And that's the background that we get whenever you take her thing. So we can actually switch over. I don't recommend doing that unless you know what you're going to switch over to. And the other thing that you can do if you want to claim this for yourself, because if we switch over to this, it won't let us, no matter how much I try. There's a specific item that allows you to destroy this. You then kill everyone here and then switch it over. Doesn't entirely serve a purpose, but you can do it. Maybe for the achievement. I think there's an achievement for it, but we can still level up and, you know, use the tree of skill and stuff. So why don't we do that? Oh, only 2 levels. That's fine. Let's take a look at the tree of skill. We have 3. I'm actually going to leave that alone for now. And instead, why don't we read some shit? So, the Water of Blessing. A phial of incandescent liquid. Its colors shift like a prism. Quaff it to restore some HP and gain a few seconds of divine protection. I don't remember if that's actually like a thing, if it does increase your defense for a bit or not. I don't know if the hardy roll does anything or has any special side effects. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know how true that is, but it's still cool. Cotton tunic, a simple peasant's tunic, and cotton trousers. Simple peasant's leggings. A poorly armed peasant couldn't have made it far here, but one should never underestimate humanity's ability to survive. Then we also get the woodman's axe, a simple woodsman's tool crafted by affixing a sharpened iron wedge to the end of a hardwood shaft, normally used for felling trees but commonly repurposed in times of strife by peasants and revolutionaries for felling their oppressors. Pitchfork. An agricultural tool consisting of a 3-pronged iron head affixed to the end of a wooden shaft. arguably better known as a makeshift weapon taken up by destitute peasants and angry mobs than for its intended purpose of pitching hay and compost. The self-bow. A simple bow cut from a single curved hardwood branch and strung with sinew. Used mainly for hunting small game, bows of this type require only a few basic materials and are relatively easy to construct. For children in many of the western continent's forest-dwelling tribes, crafting one and mastering its use are not only integral elements of their community's coming-of-age ceremonies, but practical skills of everyday life as well. Already read that. The charred doll. A wooden doll, a soldier held it to remind him of his family back home. Its memories can be used by a blacksmith to upgrade weapons. I think that's everything, right? Oh no, we didn't read the rotten walker's ear. The ear of a rotten walker, one of the island's most decrepit residents. The smell of the ocean carries on the wind, forever seeping into this fraying flesh, and can be used as transmutation material or exchanged with a leader. That should be everything, right? Yeah. Do we need another weapon? No, we don't have any other spells either. Let's go ahead and take this stone cell sword. And we can actually talk to this person. Hello, traveler. You're a stranger to Devara's light, are you not? Actually, yes. We're pilgrims of the goddess Devara, illuminator of all. Without light, there is nothing, it is said. In darkness, chaos dwells, and in chaos there is no hope. Every night the sun sets, and we see her light flicker, in candles and torches. But the dawn of the next day is her blessing. Chaos is quelled, order is restored. Those who do not follow Devara still welcome in this sanctuary. We will see to it that you receive rest and resupply. Pray to Devara at the earthen vessel. The water she pours will cleanse the shadows from your heart. Nah, I'm good. There is a specific tribe, faith, order that I will follow, and I will bring that up when the time is right. Another bell of return. We can come up here. And we take this, which is a bag of salt and another flanged mace, which we already have. But it's the cleric's weapon, so like if you didn't pick the cleric class, you kind of then end up taking this. I think the cleric stuff is right here. No, another fire pot and a twin metal. Wait, what? I don't remember this item. And I know that I've played through this game multiple times. Twin metal ring. A bluish metal ring resembling twisting thorns. Flesh and bone are weak things, but the fist of this ring's wearer may seem strong as wrought iron dramatically improves unarmed melee damage. This is definitely new. Huh. I don't need that, but that's cool. Actually, whoops. I don't remember having an uppercut. Hello? So if you press light attack into heavy attack, you do an uppercut. I don't remember that at all. That's cool though. This is definitely a new item. I'm not gonna use it, but still cool. Maybe that, I should look into that last update, the patch notes and stuff. I'll do that on my own time though. Okay, let's get to where we needed to get to, and then I will end the episode. Oh right, this area. This area is pretty rough. Praise the salt. You get a lot of these. Cool. I think that's all of them. I hope that's all of them. Is it from here? It is. Stone guide. And up. Gotta be real careful. Oh, come on. There we go. Another light vessel. Spirited Mend. I think that's just mend, but better. Okay. That big guy with the axe, there's two of them. Those guys are, pretty difficult to kill. Huh. Ow, yep. They throw shit. And not only that, if you get too close, they do that, which stun locks you. Oh, no, no, get off, get off, get off, get the fuck off. Oh, get the fuck off me. No, no, get away from there. Ugh. I might take a mend. There we go. Reduces my max stamina, but that's okay. Oh, God, why is there so many of you? I need that dog to chase me. Oh, gosh. Okay, I thought I was well out of range. I was not. Cough that. Cough another one. There we go. Ugh. These guys are annoying. Oh, gosh. We get their armor, though. Ow. Get his shield. God damn it. I know that if you're in the climbing animation, you have, like, some iframes. God damn it. I might have to throw some shit at him. I don't want to get stun locked. And I don't think he'll drop down from there. Ow. It's fine. Ugh. Hate that guy. Or those guys. Managed to get through it, though. And then this area. He talks to us, I think. Yeah, I might as well just go talk to him. Hey, man. How's it going? Well, well, well. Looks like this is the end of the road for you, friend. If memory serves me right, the obelisk here is your door into the castle. The key, however, well, that's a different story. Perhaps you should search the area below those seaside ruins where a forgotten feast festers. I think it always helps to go back to the start. But you started off this island. Can't go back there, can you? Yeah, he's telling us to essentially go back for now. Which, yes, we do have to, but I like just going through and showing things off about this game. Ah, it's locked. That's fine. We can actually come down here. I think there's stuff down here. Poleaxe. Ooh. Keep caution, jump. Yep, there's a trap right there, which you can actually see is attached to this. Well, you can't see that it's attached to this, but if you have your torch, I think it makes it a little more obvious. But yeah, this is the trap right here, so let me... Ow, it still hit me. God damn it. You can actually use the traps against the creatures and stuff. This isn't not active, and you don't want to jump down. You will die. Whoops. Ah. Might need a torch here. off. Chain gauntlets. Huh. Could have sworn there was more stuff. Chainmail. I remember there being chainmail. Maybe not. Wait, no. Did I check? No, I guess not. Also, you can actually see on the left-hand side that my torch does have sort of like HP or a timer on it. I can put it away and it stops it. Did I read the description of the torch? I don't think so. I'll go back though. You know what? Why don't we read it now? Where is it? Oh, I don't have... It's a class 3 prayer, which we're not going to be able to get to. Or we're not going to get to. Restores HP and reduces wounding. Whether by the old gods, the new, or the pure will of man, great faith in a power beyond the mortal realm is always answered. And we have this, Raider's Harness, which is this heavy armor. Whoops. Yeah, class 1 heavy armor. A fur-lined leather harness worn by raiders provides a surprising amount of protection. Raiders are common threats in the forest highlands of the continent of Ascaria, but many tribes are willing to work as sellswords to the royal army. The Raiders Ushanka. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly or not. A unique fur-lined leather hat favored by raiders. This versatile accessory can be worn in several ways in order to adjust the level of warmth it provides, making it suitable for a wide variety of weather conditions. Raiders Portyanki? I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. A fur-trimmed leather boots worn by... Why did I say A? A fur-trimmed. No, there's no A in there. Fur-trimmed leather boots worn by raiders. Raider boots are crafted for exceptional durability and emphasize function over form, a necessary compromise given their violent and lawless ways. Then we do have some chain stuff. A chain coif, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, cowl made of chain link, and chain gauntlets. Leather gloves reinforced with chain links, which is slightly better than what we currently have. We'll get into that shortly. What else? This guy, the stone guide. A small stone figure in the form of an adventurous guide. Grants item find bonus to the sanctuary region. I think this allows us to teleport. I remember something like that. Where's our torch? Did we not? Oh, I guess the torch doesn't really count as an item that you can view or read the description of. Not that it really matters, but still. A platoon crossbow, a basic mass-produced crossbow commonly issued to light infantry regiments and soldiers on guard duty, designed more for large-scale economy than actual effectiveness in battle. Its simple components and solid construction nevertheless provide great reliability. Raider's Targe, or Targe, I don't know. An iron round shield of the style carried by Markdor's Grey Raiders, a notorious band of outlaws known for their brazen attacks on caravans and merchant shipping. The Grey Raiders rose to infamy after thwarting repeated attempts by the Dorian military to stamp them out, but the group was finally eradicated by Ascarian mercenaries after the High Council branded them enemies of the state and issued bounties for their heads. A wooden targe, a simple round shield constructed from hardwood, bound with iron rivets. Common and inexpensive shields of this type are a staple among would-be warriors and able to afford better equipment. This one bears numerous dents and scuffs, which indicate that it had already seen considerable use, and the infantry poleaxe. This variation of the standard halberd sports a crescent blade rather than a traditional convex axe head. Slightly more ornate than its utilitarian counterparts, but considerably less practical as a result. This design is typically limited to ceremonial use and is most commonly carried by guardsmen on formal occasions. Another thing that this game does is it tells you when you just simply can't use something to its full effect, like this. It has the full red X over it, same thing with this. This, however, is a little different. It's a class 1 poleaxe, and I guess we don't have the correct dexterity for it, potentially, maybe, or maybe the specific class requirements. But if you notice, it only has a single red line through it. It means that we can use it, but we have to two-hand it. If we try to one-hand it, we can't. But if we two-hand it, we can use it. It might not be as strong as, something else, but we can use it. Just that we have to two-hand it. This other stuff, though... Yeah, it just won't even let me use the, Maybe it will. I don't have ammo. Wait, can I not? Yeah, I can't even just... It won't let me use it at all. So, we don't need that. Pretty cool, though. Let's make our way back to the sanctuary. And we'll make our way down to the next spot where we need to be. Let me go ahead and rest here. And I think to get there, go this way. And this unlocks our shortcut back to the beach. But we can actually go underneath. And we will do that to get that bundle of salt and that spear. And we'll talk to this guy as well. Hello, friend. Trinkets to sell, trinkets for coin. Friend, I am so happy you came along. I've gathered things, trinkets and such. Trinkets for gold, that's what I've got. Trinkets for coin. How'd you end up here? I stowed away. Sold trinkets in... Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. Tina beer? Trinkets for coin. So poor though. Talk of wealth and Kari. Even beggars like me have got manservants there, they say. Stowed away, sailed, then that storm. Kind of similar to us, how we were on a boat and then the storm happened and then here we are. The unspeakable deep fucked us over. Imagine the surprise on those sailors' faces, seeing the likes of me in the wreckage there with all them honest men. All of us floating in the sea, clinging to planks, shivering in the icy cold. Not sure how many of the others made it to shore. That shivering, shivering shore. But the trinkets I find here, they do sell, they do. Doing quite nicely, I am. Soon enough, I'll be able to buy my escape. Somehow. 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 You can actually buy certain things. A lock of hair, a soldier's memento to a deceased loved one. It held the promise of eventual reunion. And then the endless fang. Fang left behind by a vanquished beast. Its lifespan must somehow reach back to ancient things far beyond that of its owner. A few different things of ammo. A bolt, a simple wooden bolt, can be fired from a crossbow. A flame bolt, a wooden bolt designed to deliver a fiery payload to its target and can be fired from a crossbow. Torch, here we go, now we can read a description. A hardwood branch wrapped on one end with resin-soaked cloth. Provides illumination in dark areas for a limited time, but requires a free hand to hold it aloft, preventing the use of shields and limiting weapons to one-handed attacks until it is put away or burns out on its own. And a stained page. A page from an unholy tome, stained in shifting darkness. Apply it to your weapon to add arcane damage to your attacks. Crush its brittle pages in a holy place to expunge its sacred light. This is what we can use to take a sanctuary for our own. Beggar's stuff. Does this... Oh, it doesn't look like we can read the description of it. We have to buy it. But this is actually the Sodden Knight stuff. Whenever you beat a boss, I think you can come back to the beggar, and he, depending on the boss, he might actually have shit from the boss, and he just so happens to have the Sodden Knight's armor, which I think is really cool. Let's leave. God's bless. Don't remember if there's anything this way. A shortcut that we haven't unlocked yet. Let me put this away. Wait, did I read the vessel? The light vessels? No, I didn't read the bag of salt either. A burlap bag full of salt. She traveled from village to village, a burlap bag of salt on her back, spreading wealth to the weak and infirm. Lucas 5:21. Light vessel. A sealed clay vessel of light water, the bane of all things wicked and undead. Light water is said to hold the spirit of Devara, and with it, her limitless spite for evil. It's basically holy water. I think there's a secret right there. There is. Whoa. Oh. Don't remember being able to do that. Lightning bolt and a torch. Just roll it. Yeah, this we can't kill. Not yet, at least. Grab that. Nope. That thing is way too strong. And get out of here. I'm not gonna risk that. Especially if we die to it. Oof. It becomes even stronger? No. This thing. You. I remember you. Come over here to more stable ground, nerd. There you are. There we are. Did you drop anything? No. No, you did not. Don't fall in there, you'll die. And then we have this. Calling horn and the stone guide. We're back here to the shivering shore. Alright, let's take a rest here. Now we can make offerings. Stone mage and a bunch of other stuff. Let's read the descriptions of those, shall we? Oh, and the magic as well. Lightning bolt, it's class 2 magic. Summon a bolt of lightning. The lightning may pass through multiple targets. A conduit, such as a wand or staff, is a powerful channeling tool for the hands of an experienced mage. In the hands of an experienced mage. Experienced mage. Jesus, I'm bad at pronouncing things. Soldier spear. A common polearm in widespread use throughout the continents, typically as a component of two shorter weapons such as maces and swords, crafted in various styles for a purpose both practical and ceremonial. Spears are a ubiquitous sight in the hands of gate guards and infantrymen. I believe spears were like the most overpowered thing for a while. I don't know if they still are. We won't be using them, but still. Stone mage grants magic potency bonus to Sanctuary region. Dope. Oh, right. We already read that. The calling horn. A carved war horn, sounded to travel to any sanctuary with a guide in it. So we do have to have the stone guide there. Oops. Which would be this guy. Oh, we can level up again. Heal up. Okay. What time is it? You know what? I think I'm gonna end this episode there. I think this was a very long episode. Gonna go ahead and end it there, and we'll continue from this. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.